What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Wednesday, April 5th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, guys, we have an 8-game NBA slate tonight. So let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Russell Westbrook from the LA Clippers playing the LA Lakers, who have the 5th worst defense overall. They give up the 3rd most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Russell Westbrook has averaged 36.9 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 29 minutes per game with a 29% usage rate. So he's playing more minutes lately. So I think he can score 45 fantasy points or more, get you 5 times value or more. He's $8,900 DraftKings salary, $200 less on FanDuel. And Russell Westbrook has scored 46, 27, and 63 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 39, 25, and 35 minutes. And I like this pick because Russell Westbrook has scored 68, 64, 27, 41, and 55 fantasy points in his last 5 games versus the Lakers. So I like Russell Westbrook here versus the LA Lakers. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like Bogdan Bogdanovic from the Atlanta Hawks playing the Washington Wizards, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing shooting guards. Bogdan Bogdanovic has averaged 25.2 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 28 minutes per game with a 20% usage rate. He's projected at 25.1 fantasy points here tonight, and that's 5 times value. He's $5,000 DraftKings salary, $400 more on FanDuel, and Bogdan Bogdanovic has scored 41, 24, and 26 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 33, 25, and 23 minutes. And he scored 23, 37, 23, 30, and 33 fantasy points in his last 5 games versus the Wizards. So I like Bogdan Bogdanovic here versus the Washington Wizards. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. I like Buddy Hield from the Indiana Pacers playing the New York Knicks, who have a good defense overall. They're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing small forwards. Buddy Hield has averaged 31.2 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 31 minutes per game with a 21% usage rate. He's projected at 30.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.9 times value. He's $5,200 DraftKings salary, $1,800 more on FanDuel. So I love that DraftKings price. And Vegas thinks there's going to be 235 points scored in this game. Buddy Hield has scored 21 and 29 fantasy points in the last 2 games, playing 22 and 23 minutes, and he scored 46, 34, 17, 23, and 22 fantasy points in his last 5 games versus the Knicks. So I like Buddy Hield on DraftKings here versus the New York Knicks. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like Saddiq Bey from the Atlanta Hawks playing the Washington Wizards, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing power forwards. Saddiq Bey has averaged 24.8 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 28 minutes per game with a 20% usage rate. I think he can score 30 fantasy points here tonight and get you over 5 times value. He's $5,500 DraftKings salary, $500 more on FanDuel. Saddiq Bey has scored 32, 31, and 32 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 33, 38, and 29 minutes. So Saddiq Bey, I think he's got a good chance at hitting value here tonight. He has scored 30 fantasy points or more in his last 4 games in a row. So I like Saddiq Bey here versus the Washington Wizards.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the center position. I got a couple center picks that I like here tonight. First one is Ivica Zubac from the LA Clippers playing the LA Lakers, who have the 5th worst defense overall, give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing centers. Ivica Zubac has averaged 27.7 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 29 minutes per game. With a 15% usage rate, he's projected at 26.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's just about 5 times value. He's $5,400 DraftKings salary, $300 more on FanDuel. So I like that price on both sites. And Zubac has scored 25, 40, and 20 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 29, 25, and 22 minutes. So I like Ivica Zubac here versus the LA Lakers. Now I also like Mitchell Robinson from the New York Knicks playing the Indiana Pacers, who have the 2nd worst defense overall, give up the 3rd most fantasy points to opposing centers. Mitchell Robinson has averaged 25.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 27 minutes per game with a 10% usage rate. He's projected at 25 fantasy points here tonight. I think he can score 28 fantasy points or more, get you 5 times value or more. He's $5,400 DraftKings salary, $1,400 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 235 points scored in this game. Mitchell Robinson has scored 34, 38, and 13 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 25, 22, and 19 minutes. And he scored 37, 39, 25, 23, and 18 fantasy points in his last 5 games versus the Pacers. So I think he's got 35 plus fantasy point upside here tonight. It's a great matchup. So I like Mitchell Robinson here versus the Indiana Pacers.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.